Alright, hey everybody, this is Chanchai. Sorry about that. I forgot that my mic was muted because I was playing some V Rising today, and I had muted my mic when I played that game. But anyways, yeah, had a wonderful session. We're gonna join Akai's League if he's available. He's kind of, we're doing Akai's League today, but he's kind of busy, so it's gonna start probably in about 15 minutes or so. That's okay. Looks like Nala Strave is in the room right now. Let's take a look at what they're doing there. I got Setsuna, Dark Minido, Nala, awesome. I think we're all waiting for the league. Some of us. Nala doesn't do league battles as much. They prefer to do more of like room battles and like longer sets, I think. But you know, like but they do watch and support the league battles, and I think again it's good to do both in my personal opinion. But league battle can be stressful depending on what your performance expectations are, and the amount of commitment it requires in terms of like committing to a strategy or really quickly determining how you play. Hey Crush, good to see you. Akai's League is running late, but we're gonna start soon. So so as soon as Akai is in, we will do that. But right now I saw that Nala Strave had set up a room, and I got Setsuna and Dark Minido in there. Setsuna playing on Lao, excellent. Nala playing on Aoi, also excellent. Crush, really good to see you. It's been wonderful chatting with you about VF, and I'm so glad that you've gotten PS Plus. I think there's a sale right now, but also that yeah, I'm glad you've been committing to VF as well. It's quite a different game from Tekken, but it's awesome if you can play both, and really happy to have you in this community. So hope you're having a great day, and hopefully the Akai League starts soon. I'm gonna double check. Let's see if they are up. Akai is up. All right. Kai's League is in session. Today is the 15th, so 0615 is the passcode today. It's today's date. Alright, we got Blurring, we got Zaytigi, an excellent group. And I know Setsuna will probably join. So let's see. Alright, good. Setsuna is here. I'll join Kai's room. Even though he's not in there, I'll join it. Oh, they're there. Hold on one moment. The Discord interface sucks. Okay, good. I got the speaker. I had to tap like 10 times to get the speakerphone on. So I hate this Discord interface. But how are y'all doing today? So excellent.
Doing pretty good. How about you, man?
I'm doing good. I saw that you were in Nala's room, and then let's see. I think some of the developing players have a room, but I've been encouraging them to join this room. But we'll see. We'll see if they join. There's some new players, some new enthusiasm, but they're all working on their skills and stuff like that too. So, early Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day, brother.
Okay. Alright, the stream started. Let me go post around to let people know the room's actually open. We're doing our normal Sunday session one day early since tomorrow is Father's Day. This is for North America region players, passcode 0615.
Alright, I like some of what Blurring's doing now. That uppercut was pretty cool. I liked it. Alright. This is gonna be a good wake up. That was a really good Abari there. Good call out. Got hit with the low punch. Resisted to punch. Good Sabaki.
He's getting pretty good with those.
Yeah. Well, Blurring is really good at doing very particular reads. And traditionally using a certain move list, but I think I see them expanding the move list a little bit, and I like that. It's really what they have like really favorite tools, and I think they've slowly but steadily been adding to those tools.
Yeah, I agree.
But I do think their strength is the reading. It's hard to see the reading when they use less tools, just because you know that there could be like a bigger option.
Yeah.
This is one of the habits that they did have for a long time, is that they tend to favor the down option on low punch, on low throw. That was good.
And welcome Jimmy. Had placed Jimmy now in here too.
Awesome.
So
Good to have Jimmy come here. Alright, Spacetime again has been playing really awesome. Last night he was at our... He made it up to Portland for our locals. Because he lives south by a decent amount. Like it's like a 45-minute drive, and he doesn't drive. So I was really glad that he was able to come to Portland yesterday, or this weekend, and play with us last night. He played awesome. Played really awesome. Him and Panda actually, I think they played like the best. But I was able to win my matches, but I think they outplayed me actually. Very nice. Interesting options he's going for. The hard part is because he's not going for frame tight options, I am allowed to Abari a little too much. It's fun trying to work on moving options against Akira. I low punch I went for this. What did he do? Which move was this? That's odd. Okay.
Oh, that's the down forward PKG to guard break, but he didn't do
No, it's the move before. Really? How fast is it?
I think it's pretty fast, like elbow.
Yeah, because
but it's high.
because I hit him and then I did this, so that I should like surprising. I thought I did it really fast too. So
Well, let me see how fast it is.
Mm.
17th ranks.
Yeah. So that was really surprising, like how much later my 4-6P plus K was. But it is a complicated input, and the low punch recover is really fast, so that must have been what happened.
Alright, we got the top 4 players in here in the league layer, so.
Awesome, Reaper, good to see you in here. Good to have Reaper in here. This is a really fun group. It's going to be really intense battles.
And ad break is over, so thank you for your patience. We'll start to count down 5 matches now before we start the first league. We have 8 players. We can have up to 16. All skill level is welcome. Don't worry about taking up space because we can have up to 16 spots. And everyone will get the same amount of matches. Think of this as your own personal kumite, but shared with everybody.
Hey, Kai, did Tengu manage to break his curse against you?
Yes, sadly, yes. Well, actually, last he beat me.
So we all did.
Except for me, I did not break it.
I'm sorry. I didn't stay long enough for that to
I'll
happen.
try to do that during league to spoil your record.
Okay.
So I saw news that Guilty Gear is having an anime being made.
I know, I saw that.
The game is already an anime. If you play it, like that story mode is like all anime.
It is. But it's getting an animated version called Duel Masters? Something like that?
Dual Rulers.
There you go.
And welcome Tristahan and TK Clutch. I think TK Clutch is the one change I added to the PSN group this recently.
Yeah, they're a newer player. They just got PSN. They just got PS Plus. So they've been practicing and learning VF for less than a month. And I've been chatting with them. So, hey, Avocado Meat TV, you should join us. It's a fun league battle. There are strong players, but it's a lot of fun. But it's a good group. And if you come in with more of a let's try stuff out and let's just have fun, it's a great time. But good to see you, Avocado Meat TV. Hope you're doing really well. All right, yeah, join in. The password is today's date, 0615. And that's okay. There's no judgments here. And Rusty is hell's fine. All right, got Jimmy doing this. All right, good to see. I love fighting Izawi. All right, good.
Alright, 4 matches remaining. Passcode 0615, today's date. Let's get something updated here.
Backdash and the kick. Good. The 6. Yeah. Very nice. Okay, this is cool. I think I see this what the wall is. This is a really cool wall that Jimmy's constructed here. Let's have fun with this.
11 players. Who is the next person to join? Volcano Shed. Awesome. This is going to be a nice size league. Those watching just debating whether they should participate, if you have enough time. Right now of 11 players, it's 11 rounds, so this should last about 30 to 40 minutes. And if we do ever get to a full room, that should take still not more than an hour. also the last month of the second quarter, and like all the end of basically every quarter, we think of how much time I should be spending on these league sessions and stuff. So and based on feedback and what else, change things as needed. One thing that Volcano Shed mentioned was how he would be interested in doing team stuff. We did do that in the past, and
team stuff is always nice.
Yeah, it's always hard to get it moving. But so maybe on one of these weekdays instead, or change things up. But we'll see.
Really fun game, Jamie. Really, really fun.
Okay, that's good to know. Volcano has they will commit to team stuff if we do it.
Hey, Quincy Pons, good to see you. Quincy Pons, you should join the room if you have PS Plus still. I don't know if you do. Crush, always good to see you. Anyways, go ahead, Akai. Sorry about that.
No problem. I forgot what I was going to say, so give me a couple of minutes so I can remember. I know as I get older, I easily forget stuff here and there once in a while. And, hopefully it's not early onset. Alzheimer's. Oh, I'm sorry. This should be the third match now. I did one match. 3 matches remaining. Yesterday we had Paul taking first place in the first league, and then Giant E, Brad player. I think if you guys remember, I think he finished in the top 8 or top 16 in the Evo Side tournament 2 years ago.
Awesome.
He took first place in the last 2 leagues.
Which player was that?
Giant E.
Giant E, okay. Don't recognize that name.
That's a Brad player. Hey, welcome Avocado Meats. It's been a while. Even Vanessa Army. Unless he changed characters.
I always love seeing those slow moves come out. They seem to trick people a lot, yeah.
Tempo is one of the mix-ups in VF. It's actually a mix-up in every fighting game, but VF has really interesting ways to do it.
For sure.
Oh, I forgot to actually press it in the PSN group chat, the first league. Okay.
Really fun battle blurring. That was so much fun. Okay. Yeah, Quincy Pons, that's I call it attack option select. It works for attacks that have a very different where the stun creates a significant enough difference between guard and normal hit. And so it's good, but the weakness is if your opponent causes you to whiff, you're going to be ripe for a counter hit. So you have to be really careful about doing the attack option select. You should, there are great places to do it, and then there are dangerous places to do it depending on the opponent you're fighting. But it is good to know how it works, and it uses the way buffering works in this game.
Well, against a very moral opponent, it works, but
yeah, unless the guy makes you whiff.
Yeah, that's kind of hard to come by in America at our level.
Yeah. Well, whiffing happens with backdash, but it also happens with evade. So evade is a whiff, right? So it causes a whiff. So it's one of those things where just be careful. Now, evade, it can work in your favor, of course. But it depends on the move and where it was evaded. but it is good to practice to know. And like there's really good times where you're just like, okay, I know this low punch is going to connect, so this is a great place to just go ahead and do it, and just use that time to think about your next option. Akai is also one of both Akai and Jimmy had been explaining the technique to people too. So Akai had mentioned it even in this podcast a bit, though they mentioned it just briefly. But it's good to understand how it works.
Oh, I'm sorry. What was it mentioned? I was too busy.
So you talk about it usually in the context of the as you put it, the different total frames.
Oh, you're talking about the low punch?
So I'm talking about like low punch. Yeah. So like on my stream on Tuesday, I talked about doing it with low punch and then Akira's dashing elbow, right? Because dashing elbow is a really easy one to kind of do, but the tricky thing is that is the unique timing of doing a second dashing elbow is kind of actually easy to do. So then, but when you get used to that timing, then timing like the throw is a little different, or simpler moves a little different. So yeah, but it's good. But I also taught it as something that I was like, it's good to understand when your opponent's doing this, and it can get and if you understand it well, you can come up with a plan on how to fight against it too. But if you don't know that your opponent is doing an option select against you, it's easy to like to feel like their guessing is just ridiculously good, and it's just like they're just option selecting. And so if you know that they're option selecting, it can help you find a better answer. So being able to see it is a good skill to develop over time.
Yeah. I generally use one with dash elbow, which is dash elbow into super dash elbow.
Yeah, because super dashing elbow is a good one. I had trouble doing that. I was like, that takes practice for me because the super dashing elbow would come out too, like I'd be doing it too late. So, and I'm like, man, I got to do this really fast. It already feels like quite a bit just to do the dashing. Well, it feels easy to do the dashing elbow, but I did try the super dashing elbow, and I was like, but I also believe that's what it's what I believe Paul does for sure. Because I'd watch his dashing elbow, and it would consistently do stuff when you got hit, and not do stuff when you got guard. So I was like, okay, this has got to be an option select,
Yeah, it came from Rodney.
Yeah, that's classic Akira, right? Like classic Akira uses dashing elbow and super dashing elbow. So this is a really amazing way to use super dashing elbow, because you can just, when you realize you don't got the hit, you just guard, yeah, and so or evade, or do other stuff. So it's really good. And then the other aspect, the not weakness, but an aspect of it is that counter hit has its own stun or change to the total frames, right?
Yeah.
And so because of that, like you have to respond to the counter hit as the attacker, right? So you gotta, when you get the counter hit, you gotta know that, okay, I gotta do my option, but I do have some time depending on the move. But like low punch, not as much. Low punch, it'll just you kind of gotta make a decision quick on that, or see it pretty quick. But the low punch guard and normal hit is really an effective one, just when you get used to knowing when low punch is just gonna flat out touch the opponent. But again, the way if you're the defender and the opponent's doing low punch option select against you, try to make them whiff, use a backdash and then attack, like do backdash and attack right away, and you probably crouch backdash too, but crouch backdash is very risky, and I don't really recommend it to beginners to do because they'll just get killed a lot. But backdash or evade are both solid, but evade is tough. Evade, you're still going to be defending or in a close to neutral situation. All right, good luck everybody.
Hey, good luck guys.
Have fun. Okay, we're fighting. I hate the new Twitch interface too. All the mobile apps have worse interface. I am okay. Awesome. Hope you're doing really good. Alright, let's fight. So this is a fun part when you like sometimes let yourself, if you're not feeling it, let yourself be kind of brain dead, and it might throw your opponent off if they're the reading type of opponent. And he completely got me on all that. I'm like not ready to fight Setsuna, and try to looking for Akai's VF channel because of the changes to the mobile app was not a cool thing. That's my fault, but still. I'm just too slow right now. I'm gonna lose to this. Oh, that was good meaty. That's good meaty. Good game, Setsuna. Alright, let's go back onto Akai's Twitch chat because I want to see that chat. Alright, here we go. Yeah, so the change to Twitch's interface, right? It's like if you go to home, it's not going to show you the listing. It's just going to pick like one channel for you. So you got to go to the search and then look around. And then I tried to search Akai, but if you can't search Akai, you got to search Akai_VF because it finds all the people that are not online that have Akai. So it's like, okay, thanks Twitch for like. So that's my fault for looking at that when there's a countdown. But I do like to read Akai's chat between matches and when there's downtime, just to kind of know what people are concerned about, talking about, and stuff. But yeah. That's okay, because it's, again, good training. It's good training for when you got to deal with feeling like sometimes you go into a match scrambled. It's good. So what do people say? But Quincy Post, I love your support, and I do love that you've been supporting people on the PC as well. Chat. And yeah, I do try to give knowledge. I try to share. I am happy to talk about intermediate and high level techniques. It's just that the people that ask questions only ask low level questions. If people ask me questions on higher level techniques, I totally would give answers to it. So just ask. If you have questions, I'll at least give an opinion. Now some stuff I'll try to say if I'm like not as comfortable giving a full definitive answer about something, but I will try to explain stuff as best I can. And I do know a lot of stuff on the higher level as well. Just that most people just tend to ask questions about the lowest level stuff. And a lot of times my goal is to raise the floor of the scene, like get newer people stronger, because a lot of times we do end up private chatting about the higher level stuff. I love Twisted Hands play. This is good stuff. Things that Twisted Hand does good is he's good at using strings actually. However, Jean is not really a string character. I mean, he has strings. He is to a degree, but he's John is it's like a precision character. So he does have good strings, but they're more on like the 2 to 3 hit strings, and Twisted Hand does a good job with that. But his strings have vulnerabilities, but you can play with those vulnerabilities, but it takes quite a bit of experience to do. Sometimes it is that, yeah. Very good. He committed. Sometimes against me, especially at this range, you should commit back on me because you can punish me for trying to be a little tricky. Doesn't work in this situation. Oh, that was good. This was beautiful. This is what you call punish. This was close. He had the right. He did the right thing. This crouch was brilliant. He just didn't. He just wasn't ready for when I fully commit to going ahead and doing my full string. That was a really awesome battle. He almost had that. He almost had that round. He almost had that round. It's a very close round. Thank you very much, Quincy Funds. Yeah. Always tricky when you don't know what you don't know, but it is a good skill to build. Right, is knowing what you don't know, and then that helps you sometimes asking the right questions by knowing that, right? So yeah. But as I said to Solari, I hesitate to teach developing players attack option select because it can be a really bad crutch. It can really, like, you can just get blown up. Like, you're not really gonna like be beating the players that you, like, it's not gonna make you win more necessarily, but it can. But it's just better to build a fundamental skill of watching and knowing your options instead of relying on like what your options select, like what your hands feel are your options. When you do option selects, you're putting those options, you're deferring your decision to man, really good stuff, avocado meat. Alright. I'm always bold, so good. See, he knows this. I do love that avocado meat's fundamentals are always very good. I know he plays a lot of 3D fighters. That one only lost to me because he did a slow option. Alright. Does suck when you don't get your option out. The tackle favors Vanessa. It's a forced 3-choice guess. That is a situation where if the opponent is not predictable and either of those opponents are not predictable, then I would do a Nash equilibrium. That was a topic in the Discord recently. And I wouldn't do a Nash by default. I do it when I feel like there are situations where either I'm losing because the opponent is predicting me, so then I'll switch to more of a Nash. Like if they're consistently predicting me, then a go-to is to go random. And I would use it in cases like the low throws, where a guaranteed low throw is happening and I want to use a low throw because the damages are usually pretty close but really good, but like you just really want to just win the situation. And I would use Nash in like Vanessa's tackle or Go's collar grab, right? Actually in Go's collar grab it's not my default. My default is check if the opponent defends either forward or back, because those are the most damaging options, and if they don't, keep doing forward and back. If they do escape it once or twice, then you should just, then you can just do up and down, and that'll just give you your damage. The thing is where you can read, you should read. And then when reading is not working for you, that's when going random is a little bit more viable. But there's downsides to going random. If you go random and your opponent just denies the strongest option, that's actually pretty bad for you. It's actually not so great. When you look at the resources of a round and how fast a round gets lost, there are other positional situations to consider when it comes to, there's ring out, there's wall death, there's okizemi, and these things should also factor in. And so, in theory, a real Nash equilibrium calculation would factor those, but the human brain can't do that in the middle of a match, The actual optimal solution would be something that was very changing by the moment. So that's why I don't go with that approach as much. Is that this game is a game where a lot of times the read is actually just simpler and more effective because it's more closer to 100%. Where you can read, you should read, and that's where like this is not anti-game theory. I think this is part of game theory. It's about the role of information in decision making, and a read is an informed decision. And if your informed decision is better than a random distribution, you go for that. But then when you feel like you are forced that you have to use the random solution, or deal with something that like you can't read, or your opponent is reading you, that's when it's more like, okay, I'll do the Nash. You know, I'll do the mixed random solution because this is just like the way that I can do this situation. Good game, Blurring. Blurring is playing well, but I think I'm able to rap on the logic. And my advice to Blurring has always been about the same, and they are working on it, which is keep adding to your repertoire. Learn more techniques and moves and approaches to give yourself more options, because they are a very smart player and they execute on reads really well. But now you can add some knowledge checks to really get your opponent stuck. On their level, they can do that. And so I think they will. Yeah, I mean, a lot of game theory is on the base case of, it's calculating the things that might need calculation, but or something like playing poker or blackjack, specifically blackjack, right? And game theory still applies. It's just that I think a lot of people want to simplify the game theory a little too much and narrow the application space. And I'm like, well, it still applies, but we're looking at a different problem. And in a fighting game match, you have information is so live, so in the moment. So making informed decisions, sometimes understanding that you don't have as much information as your opponent, or factors that you don't talk about in game theory as much, but is in game theory, is expertise. What is my opponent good at? What am I good at? How do I apply it? But when we're bringing in the statistical aspect, then you got to really look at what exactly is the problem. And in a fighting game, sometimes just the reads or strategy is just better. So then you're like, this opponent doesn't deal with this strategy well. Well, do this dominant strategy then. Now you have a dominant strategy. Until they break it, you have a dominant strategy. Do that, right? So yeah, it's all decision making in the end. Now again, role of information is important. That's why the Monty Hall problem is a huge is important one to understand. To understand people is to understanding the Monty Hall problem will help you understand people a lot, but also what people like or don't like. A lot of people don't like the answer to the Monty Hall problem because they want to stick to their guns. And I can tell you guys what the Monty Hall problem is later, but it's a fun one. It's the door number 1, 2, or 3 problem. And like two doors are like weak prizes, and one door is a big prize. And it's a really good problem to understand. But there are a lot of people that even if you tell them the answer, they don't want to believe it, and they refuse to follow that answer. And I can tell you the reason that they're looking at the problem a little incorrect. But again, it doesn't matter. Like, they're still gonna feel the way they feel though, so it's not like that's gonna convince them. But I'll say it during the break. And it is a problem I will talk about a lot. It's really important. But yeah. Well, so okay, so the lesson in VF4, as we've talked about though, is that because throw escape is difficult, what you want to do is you want to reduce your vulnerability to throw. You want to limit it to when it's guaranteed, and that's when the throw escape is happening. But then any longer than that, and the players are really vulnerable to a lot of stuff. And so because of that, that's why a lot of players like break up in VF4 series, right? Like that's why the spacing will help you avoid that problem. So it's like, okay, I'm vulnerable now. Now I'm not vulnerable, right? There we go. Alright, good games, Atiki. Okay, the Monty Hall problem. You have door number 1, door number 2, and door number 3. Behind 2 of these doors are goats, and behind 1 of these cars is an amazing car. Like, you know, amazing, right? A prize that you want. You get to pick one. So you get a 1 and 3. Alright? So you pick a door. Let's say you pick door number 1. Okay. Now, Monty Hall has a rule. He is now going to open one door. It cannot be the door that you opened, and it must be a door that contains a goat. Okay? So he's going to open one of the 2 doors that has a goat. So let's say he picked door number 3. So now you know that door number 1, door number 2, one of them has a goat, one of them has the car. So what do you pick? Do you stay with door number 1, or do you switch to door number 2? And without fail, most of the time when I ask people this question too, when I present the problem to them, they'll say, it's a 50-50. So they're going to stay with door number 1. Most people say that, and you ask them, and you're like, and that's the reason, right? And the human instinct wants to stick with their guns. Okay, what's the correct answer? It is more correct to switch. And people are like, why? It's a 50-50. And I'll finish by saying, because I can't space time, I have to think and fight for sure. I have to think really hard and fight and be very careful and manage myself. But the reason is because you have to think of the first question. What was the chance you were correct when it was a 1 in 3 chance? What was the chance that you were wrong? That's the key to understanding this decision. And remember, Monty Hall has to switch. Or he has to pick a door that's not the door you picked, and he has to pick a door that's got a goat. And because of that rule, there's a important value of information here. And so generally, if you practice this, if you experiment and practice this, you will, if you switch, you'll probably win 2 out of 3 times. And if you don't switch, you'll probably win 1 out of 3 times. And the odds, now it's not guaranteed. Statistic doesn't always guarantee these things. But you're just more likely to have that because the chance of you being wrong at first was 2 out of 3. Very good. Alright, here we go, space time. Now I'm going to try to give you a real hard time. Very good. That was a good punish. Good games. Yeah, right? I mean, put it this way. The rules say he has to pick a door that has one of the goats. Also, he cannot pick the door that you picked. That means it has to be one of the bad doors. And by the first rule, it has to be one of the bad doors. Second rule is that he can't pick the door you picked, right? He's forcing you to make a decision whether you stay or leave, whether you stay or switch. And so, yeah. Now, a way to get somebody to yield, because I've had people say, no, it's a 1 in 50. I don't have to switch, right? I was like, okay, let's do like 100 doors, and you're gonna pick one of those 100 doors. And Monty Hall's rule is that he's got to open 98 doors, and to leave 2 left. Are you gonna switch or not? You know, so are you gonna switch to the other door he didn't open, or stay on the one that you were on? And then if you think of the problem that way, it makes it really a little more easy to understand exactly what's going on here. Yeah. But even math professors got angry at this problem because the human mind doesn't want this one. It just doesn't like this problem. Like, it doesn't like the sense of switching. It's our instinct tells us that we shouldn't switch. Yeah, correct, 100%. Yeah, and so, but again, like as humans, like we really don't want to. Like our feeling, maybe our experience, you know. But we also have negativity bias, which is a factor. All right, TP crush. Here we go. So this is blocking your low punch and striking you, right? Blocking your low punch, striking you. Now, it's hard to do. That's what I'm doing. Good to see you, Crush. I'm glad we're fighting. This is attacking your hesitation. Good, neutral throw. That's evade. Excellent, you went with right, which is a stronger direction. Nope, it's not. You're doing good, Crush. Good patience. This was a good stuff. TK Crush, you're doing good. For somebody who's just starting VF, you're doing really, really good. I know you've done a lot of study ahead, but you were actually executing on a lot of good stuff. Is it going to be hard to score damage? It is, but you're going to get there. But your foundation is strong. Your foundation is strong, so keep it up. You're doing really well. You're comfortable with the block button. A lot of people are not comfortable with the block button when they start. And you're watching, you're studying, and you're learning from different things. So I thought that was a very good, productive game, and I think you're doing well for a start. So keep it up, and we'll keep sparring. You know, my Leon is very aggressive though, so my Leon is gonna punish hesitation. So it's gonna force you that when you want to play frame tight, you gotta play frame tight, like you'll have to buffer. But you're doing great. Keep it up. Let's keep sparring, and I'm glad you've been sparring a lot of VF. I've been seeing that you've been sparring quite a bit. Welcome to the Akai Leagues, by the way. I hope you've been having fun this weekend. I know that it can be up and down. Please be patient and hang in there. I really believe you've got what it takes to be a great player in VF. So I'd like to see that and keep it up, and we'll spar more. And always send me questions. Yeah. Alright. Good. Good. This is gonna annoy Akai, how dumb these matches get. So I have to use advanced movement though, because Akai's gonna be trying to gamble on like stuff. And Jeffrey does have good strings with mids that are in them, and those mids are important. smash. Yeah, especially there. That was a really fun game, Akai. Good game.
I want a serious fight.
I'm fighting Jimmy next? No. Alright, then Chan-Chai. So 2 games before Jimmy. Reaper, probably Reaper or Volcano Shed. This is a lot of fun. But Jimmy is almost for sure going to win this one, though, I think. It's hard for me to see. Alright, Volcano Shed, here we go. This is going to be very scary. But I do like fighting Taka nowadays, so let's see. We have to see how Volcano Shed plays Taka, though. It's a very different. He might use certain stuff a lot more, and we'll see what happens as a result. Okay, he fell for that. It's a big problem with Taka. Good. He's hesitating a lot because he's not used to me playing so defensively, but I do have experience with Taka nowadays, so. Good, that was perfect. His Taka is not comfortable at all, so let's do this. He probably doesn't know how hard it is to escape that with Taka. Alright, good game. I didn't show you the really scary anti-Taka stuff, but still, really good stuff. He's getting used to it. Taka is a very scary character. You want to get used to throwing, though, a lot with Taka. Doing a lot of throws. It's really dangerous and scary. Hey, Lightwing Dragon. Good to see you. Hope you're doing very well. Hope the weather's good in your area. Weather's been generally nice in my area. Uh, no, all the matches are good, and Setsuna gave me a good beatdown. So Jimmy's gonna give me a good beatdown too, and Reaper as well. This is scary. The next two battles are really terrifying. So I've got Jimmy Claymore here, which is the odds are strong with him winning, even though Leon is good against Aoi. But Jimmy is a very smart player. This is really hard. Um, and he also saw how I fought him in the warm-ups. And then Reaper also got put on alert on warm-ups, so... And Jimmy just wins on decisions. Like, it's good. R3P is a really good option here. Using the 2G is so scary. Alright, good game. I actually tried the hop, but I stalled myself. I hit guard before. Did I? I don't know. But it was a good game. Very good game, Jimmy. That was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. So. Alright, here we go. So I thought I was out of range, but it's not. Good game, Reaper. Whew. I'm glad I guessed right on this. Still having trouble with some of that stuff. It's really, the range is nuts.
Serious fight.
Good game. Oh my god, I won that? Okay. Thank you, Reaper, for knocking down Jimmy. So, Setsuna and Reaper, right? No, Blurring. Thank you, Blurring. Thank you, Reaper. I love you guys. Nice. Akai got a Splash Mountain. Okay, Setsuna just won his match, so I can talk now. So
Yes.
thank you, Reaper. Thank you, Blurring, for knocking down Jimmy, so I could win this league battle. I'm so love you guys. No, Reaper. Yeah, right. Yeah. Thank you guys. Love you. You know? Oh, but that was a really good beatdown I got by Setsuna and by Jimmy. So thank you guys very much too.
That was definitely fun. That was a
It was
fun
a lot
match.
of fun. I was just like, this stupid Twitch interface while I tried to go to Akai's Twitch. Like, and then it's like, oh, I'm fighting a Setsuna. But yeah, no, it was awesome battle. You did awesome stuff, so good game.
Yeah, GG's.
Alright, congratulations. I'm sorry, I didn't see it. It's Chang got first, Jimmy got second, and who got third?
Blurring.
Blurring.
fourth.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it now. No trouble. I'm going to get this recorded here a second. The ad break should be starting up soon, and I do have to take care of something in the house. So I'll be back while Chan says to hold the fort.
Okay. Hey, Avocado Meat, that was good stuff by you too. So I'm really glad you joined our league battle tonight. And I'm glad you're streaming your side, I believe. It's good to have you in VF, man. So to those who don't know, Avocado Meat TV is they've played a variety of games, a lot of games. I think their Soulsborne games are their main games, but they also play some 3D fighters as well, and different fighting games as well. So I really appreciate you so much, you know. And I also hope you're enjoying the new. I hope you're enjoying the new Elden Ring DLC. A friend of mine worked really hard on that. He does translations for those games.
Wait, is it out yet?
I think it's coming out soon. My bad. But
Yeah,
I hope everybody
yeah,
will
I was
love it. Hope everybody will love it.
Yeah,
I keep thinking it's like coming
that
out.
week off.
I keep seeing material for it, so I keep thinking it just got released. But it's not on my mind because I haven't played Elden Ring yet. So
I think it's next week. If you haven't, you should. It's
no,
amazing
I
good game.
plan to. I just want to set aside a lot of time. Hey, Avocado, I think you deserve shoutouts too. So I've enjoyed some of your content when I've watched, and again, anybody willing to put time in for VF, I think deserves people putting time into them. So you know, and I think VF's a great game. So yeah.
Alright, room is now up for people to want to join. Passcode is 0615. It's going to be about 15-20 minutes before we start the second league. Yeah, and I'll be back maybe before the second league starts, so I'm going to play in it too. Okay.
Knockout. My body is an unstoppable weapon.
Alright, TK Crush, I hope you had a good time in the room. I enjoyed having you in here. And again, like, really welcome to the Akai Open Leagues. I'm going to double check our private chats. No, okay. But I just, this is like a really strong group. Alright, Avocado Meat TV says, my goal now is to learn as much as possible. Yes. Expand my mind. Yes. Playing the rival 2D and 3D games is a lot to juggle, but I'm all for it. That sounds awesome. I commend you. Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, Tekken, and VF. Those are all awesome games.
It's a great goal.
It's a great goal. It is. People should know the goals are aspirational. They don't like. There's something to push yourself forward. In life, you can keep pushing yourself forward to the end of it. So it's always good to just set. Having the goal and having the journey are the important parts. Meeting the goal is a huge challenge, but the journey is really what I think life is a lot about. So. And a lot of the things that people tend to regret at the end of life are sometimes the relationships they let slip, or sometimes things they just didn't try. It's not so much whether they accomplished or not, but whether or not they tried. That thing they thought they could do, but they just didn't try. So at least that's what I've heard. So keep that in mind and just understand the journey and the goals are really important, and motivation, and and then again, those things you treasure. But
and let me add something to that. And enjoying yourself along the way. That's
100%.
Truly very important. You can't forget to have fun along the way.
Yeah, I forget to give that advice because I'm always trying to have fun. But it's really important because a lot of people have trouble doing it.
Don't take it for granted. It's not something that a lot of people have on their minds or can think about like that. It's definitely a privilege and a blessing.
So I don't know how long ago the message was, but Reaper says, I've been trying to learn SF6 for a while, and it made my footsies a bit stronger. But it also exposes my weaknesses in execution to build there. Yeah, it's good to have those challenges and to see what you're good at and not as good at. And Street Fighter 6 is really rough game. I mean, that game, This Street Fighter 6 is a game that has made a lot of people rethink how they control their game because everybody's trying to find that little edge in performance, like more than I've seen in a long time. And it's really cool, but it looks very stressful. But people are liking it, and my understanding is it seems like a lot of my friends that are playing Street Fighter 6 really like the state of the game at the moment. They like where it's at, and I think that's cool. Obviously, there will be people that complain about it and say it's broken or whatever, but most people I've talked to actually locals are actually really happy with where the game's at right now. So.
Yeah, I think the input thing has a lot to do with how the game reads their inputs.
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily that you have an input issue; you have an input issue for that game.
Yeah, that could be very
which
true.
Which is okay.
Could be true. It could also be the online aspect because a lot of people are playing online, right?
Yeah.
And that's where they're measuring their performance. So yeah. Guibert, it's good to see you. I'm really glad you're supporting the Akai leagues. I know you're not on PS4, but Guibert has been. So shout outs to Guibert. They've been supporting the game on PC on RPCS3. Emulator. They've also been supporting the game at locals in NorCal. They've been holding sessions in their in a garage, and so if you're in Northern California, hit up Guibert because they've been having locals. And I will tell you a secret. Well, it's not a secret because I keep telling everybody this. NorCal has one of the best Virtua Fighter scenes in the country. It's just that most of the players are quiet. Most of the players aren't like as active in social media, and sometimes when they are active, it's a little bit of sniping or a little bit of trolling, but they actually have really strong players and active players who have kept playing the game for years. And it's just some players don't want me to broadcast where they're from, right? And some players in NorCal don't want me to tell others they're in NorCal, but some players in other regions, same thing. So that's why I don't tell everybody who's what and where sometimes, unless I believe that they're okay with people knowing. But what I will say, NorCal has one of the strongest scenes, and now there's a person who is publicly, or at least on the Discords, letting others know that they're hosting sessions. So let's keep it safe, and let's keep it awesome with VF. But VF NorCal has consistently had really cool people in their scene. Actually, I've been fortunate to. I used to go to NorCal every year to visit my sister, and so that because of that, I was able to play with a lot of NorCal players like every year. Yeah. So Guibert is the Garage VF player. Yeah, it's awesome, very awesome. On input issues, when Reaper talked about that, and we talked about with Street Fighter 6, VF is very good about doing what I forgot what Akai said that Mike calls it, but basically, VF does some interpretive things to make sure to kind of interpret what the player intended to do, and because of that, that's also why people that get used to the buffer kind of know, like, kind of get comfortable doing different stuff on VF, because the game does a little bit in its input buffer that makes it a little that smooths things out and kind of is more likely to give you the thing you want, at least when you're used to it. And so this is something that it's not unique to VF. Every game does this to some level, but traditionally Tekken 7 was really hard because a lot of its advanced techniques just don't do this at all, right? And so that's where you realize also that Sega built VF since VF3, I think, built it around the Sanwa lever. And so the strengths and weaknesses of the Sanwa lever are accounted for in how they design the movement, the inputs, the input buffer.
It takes that into account.
Yeah. So, takes it into account is the right way to put it. And so, because the Sanwa lever is actually super sensitive. A lot of people do a lot of inputs they don't realize. Akai knows because he sees it in the input, because he looks at the input display and it shows you. But VF does quite a bit there, and Sega spent a lot of, AMT spent a lot of time working on that with each VF game to really be like, this is how it feels, this is how it should feel. It's just that because VF has a unique feel for for how it handles inputs, and it prefers people default the stick at neutral, not back or not down back, that it does take people a while to get used to VF's control when they're coming from Street Fighter or Tekken, right? So, because Street Fighter usually you're gonna hold down back, and then in Tekken you're gonna hold back.
Most 2D games like that.
Yeah, most 2D games, but to make it really clear, for sure those games do, right? Guilty Gear is a little different because you want to. But it's a lot of back and down back, and then also being good at air dashing.
Yeah.
So. But the Guilty Gear players tend to adapt to VF because they're just used to having the stick go all over the place. Like a lot.
Yeah.
So.
Alright, thanks for
I
guys
will vouch for that.
Our pleasure.
I think we'll say 3 more matches before we start the second league. So anyone watching the stream from North America, wire connection, we're more than happy to have you in the league. Code to 16 players, passcode 0615. And let's see who has left. I just want to say thanks for playing Space Time, TK Quash and Jimmy. Next week we have a Lao Army versus Leon Army team battle. I think like 15 to 16 players on both sides, like the best Leon players and Lao players in Japan will face off. I think it most likely be streamed on Masakong's channel.
I'm excited
He's the
for
one
that.
that you usually see. One of the commentators usually with the Sega official events with Kumicho.
Yeah.
Meet your wolf. It's a lot of fun.
This is for real.
It is Volcano Shed. It is a Leon army versus a Law army. 15 to 16 players on both sides, like some of the best players. It'll be online, and I'm quite sure it'll be streamed through Wasakons. But I'm guessing the Leon players will also have a stream of their from their point of view.
I'm
So,
very
the
excited.
Leon,
For it.
yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying I was very excited for it. I heard a pause, so I jumped in. That's all. Yeah, go ahead.
One of these days we'll have pictures or something, so we can see who wants to talk and not talk.
Yeah.
So we keep stop interrupting each other. I could give you the link to the Twitter. They haven't actually posted the details of it too much, except for who's playing, who will be on each team.
I saw that.
But where's the likes?
And yes, Volcano Shed, it's going to be hype, but if we run, that could be very lopsided if we decided to bring out the Akira army. I mean, think about it. I'm not trying to be cute or anything. Like, think about it. Like, you got Paul, you got Jimmy, you got Rodney.
Yeah.
It's not going to be very deep, but it's going to be very deep. If you get what I mean.
The Akira army is really terrifying.
I want to say, who else has that? Well, Vanessa is powered numbers. So many good Vanessa players.
Same character team battle.
Yeah. Vanessa is like deep Kage players.
It's the different, most, I guess, loosely organized group of players, the Vanessa army.
Yeah.
I think they're the most organized.
They're all mercenaries, so it's all good. You know.
Yeah.
Like, we've got the most diverse personality in the Leon group, so you know.
So I went to Mikado on my last day in Japan last time, and I ran into the El Blaze army. Everybody was playing El Blaze that day.
That's awesome. It's hard, but that's awesome.
It was so hard to play.
It's hard fighting that many El Blazes, and but I'm loving it.
And it was announced that
oh no, does Reaper have to go?
Good night, Reaper.
Have a good night,
he has to
Reaper.
work at 7 in the morning.
Oh, rest well. Thanks for the battles, and I'm looking forward to more soon, man. Let's spar. Have a good rest and have a good day at work tomorrow. Of course, we'll let you take off, but we miss you. So.
Unfortunately, I don't have a. You can't leave the room until we tell you to. Button. So. Thanks for playing to Walk Reaper. But also Europe, the UK, Redline, and PlayStation organizing Ultimate Showdown tournament at versus
Birmingham.
Yes, Birmingham, UK, which I saw your tweet. Did that wife in Alabama?
It was Birmingham, Alabama. I was like, okay.
That's a kind of far away to organize from the UK. Yes. Yeah, happy Father's Day to Walk Reaper.
I don't know. Redline seems to be like a very crazy guy. Oh, that was a good hit.
But that'll be in August, so if there's any European watchers here, that might be of some interest to you. There will also be Ultimate Showdown also at the drawing pools in UK, which I believe that's in September. So there's at least two offline events. There was the Tokai Bay Area Cup happened this weekend. Kumicho's team won, the boss.
The boss.
His teammates this time is Nagomi, a Jackie player, and I think Shamu, I think that's a Go player. And then at the end of June, there will be the online Rail Raul Cup, a online invitational tournament organized by Testicle.
Real.
And,
Okay.
I thought that it was weird that they called it the Railroad.
That makes it very confusing. But there must be a meaning, so that I don't know.
There's definitely got to be a meme there.
There's 3 tournaments organized by Testicle. The one in June is called the Rail Raul Cup, and I'm wondering if he's the one who's like giving the prize money or something, or also is like in charge of the events.
Isn't he limited?
I'm sorry?
There was one of these top players that I found out have a really good job.
Sorry, this throw against
they
Taka is
get
so
one of
awesome.
Huh?
I'm not sure.
Hopefully, doing this throw against Taka is so awesome.
Yeah.
But it's already 5 matches, so we'll start the league. But yeah,
Okay.
I'm not sure who's the which person in Japan, but I
There's
find out.
somebody. I swear to God, I heard a meme being thrown around.
Okay.
It could be Railroad.
Hey, good luck, everybody. Have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cheers, guys.
Yep. Good luck. Here we go. Mute.
All right, so we'll answer the question in a bit, but we're gonna fight first. But it's a good question, Avocado. You asked a very, very good question. VF is a good game. Is a game where you can do a lot of training, and yeah. Your game blaring. Okay, so the question was, how does one learn when training partners are slim in real life? So, VF is a game where, well, I've always been able to find and make partners, training partners in real life and in offline and online. That said, VF is a game that you can train in training mode, and the AI is good enough to train you on a lot of stuff. And I still use the AI to train. Because VF is a game where it's really about the system, the fundamentals take you a really far, strong way, and everything else is just adding a little bit to that. Now, some matchup dynamics are pretty oppressive to where you have to deal with them, but not as much as most fighting games. Most fighting games like Tekken, you got to know how to fight that character. You just have to. In VF, you just have, most of the time, you just need to know how to fight VF. And then you start learning the little details and you can add them. But matches like Taka, Shun, Vanessa, they do force some specialized understanding. Everybody else, it's more about just small features that you kind of learn how to manage and deal with. But the situations are still general enough where it's the fundamentals of the game that carry you, that do like 80% of the work, and then the 20% are those details and maximizing damage. And because of that, you spend a lot of time in training mode maximizing damage and doing those details. So right now this hit you because I'm just a little faster, right? And that's okay. And if I block your low punch, I am probably going to strike at you. And so this low punch hit you because you went with the high. That's the only reason, really. Right after that low punch, because you probably did a higher throw. Right, this low punch punished that high kick. I'm the type of player who doesn't hesitate to attack like the high attack, right? And I am going to attack after blocking your low punch, and so you want to have a good defense there. But you can punish with a backdash. Like if I block your low punch, you could backdash and bait, or you could evade, or you just block and then you attack after blocking, or throw after blocking. You know, that's kind of the key there. Right, so here I did that elbow without hesitation. I did that jab without hesitation, right? Because I saw a low punch was coming and I knew I was blocking. And then I crouch dash forward, and that's why your throw whiffed, right? So now that you're respecting the counterattack, then that's where I come in and I start throwing you, right? So right here I was like, okay, now they're respecting, so now I'm going to go ahead and come in and throw you. Now to mitigate that, one way to mitigate it is to master guard throw escape. So the question is, are you doing guard throw escape when you block? If the answer is no, and that's okay if it's no, that's the next project to work on. That's what you do against the AI. You practice making sure that your muscle memory is, I don't just guard in this game, I do a guard and a throw escape. And then otherwise, I'm going to try to predict when he's going to throw, and then I'm going to attack. Yeah. So I will teach you that. I will teach you how to break throws. So you press and hold guard. Now you're guarding. The throw escape itself is simple. If the throw is neutral throw, that's P plus G, the escape is P plus G, and you can hold it the whole round. Nobody could P plus G you that whole round if you held P plus G the whole round. Now, before you do that, you don't want to do a throw whiff and start walking and be vulnerable to attack. So that's why we press guard and hold it. So we're guarding. Then we hold, while holding guard, we hold the throw escape. Then you're guarding and you're holding a throw escape. So you're guarding and throw escaping at the same time. And then there's 3 directions: neutral, forward, and back. Very good. Hey, my pleasure. Well, thanks for always supporting us. I really appreciate it. And I love that you had players at your session and that you're doing that. Very good. See? Twisted hand acts on reads. I love this. That was beautiful. Okay, I gotta really focus. Twisted Hand is playing so smart, playing so good. I'm gonna lose this. Good game, Twisted Hand. Good game. That was really good. Okay, that was a good game. Anyways, yeah, my pleasure on the shoutouts. No problem. It was well earned. You've been an amazing community member, and so I really appreciate you so much. Holding sessions, that's like plus 10 points, right? Holding online sessions, plus 10 points. So you do both of those, and then you've been an awesome member of the community, and so it helps. It helps so much. So thank you, Cleebert. Thank you for what you do. I abused the wall in this game, so. Oof. Akai is doing awesome. Alright. So yeah, so the three directions for breaking throws, sorry, and I know you're playing avocado meat. Forward, back, and neutral. As a beginner, I recommend escaping forward throw most of the time, just to keep it simple, because your focus is not on the guessing game of throws. Your focus should be mitigating throws as an option against you when you block, and just making sure you're having the muscle memory to do a guard throw escape whenever you would guard. So in this game, you shouldn't just be guarding when you guard. You shouldn't just be holding G. You should be doing G, and then you should be holding a throw escape while you're guarding. Or while you're guarding, you should be buffering your next move. Those are the two things you should be doing while you're guarding. You could even buffer a backdash while holding guard, and then you let go of guard and your character backdashes. You could do that. You could forward dash. You could but you can buffer anything. So when you're guarding, you should either be buffering your next move or doing a throw escape. And by doing a throw escape, you make your guard less vulnerable. So that one you're going to have to learn, but here's the tip. There's only one neutral throw for everybody. So there's only one neutral throw. The strongest throw is never the neutral throw. But neutral throw becomes a very strong threat when your life is low enough to where any three of those throw directions are going to kill you. So neutral throw becomes more of a factor to worry about when your life is low. 2, so you know that one of the strongest throws is going to be either forward or back. So learn that throw, learn which throw it is, and then learn what's not that throw. Learn the opportunity costs from escaping the strongest. But a lot of times it is neutral. All right, let's do this. So, as a beginner, so you'll just have to learn by fighting your opponents. But the easiest way is to learn, like, start with forward throw escape, and then play with the other characters, with the other character in training mode, and learn what throws you escape from forward, and then everything else you'll know, because you'll know the neutral throw when you learn that, and then everything else is back. So that's how you kind of learn the throw escape in reverse, right? Because it's not so much about like what the throw looks like in this game. You'll just kind of have to know this is a forward throw, this is a back throw, and then they have this one neutral throw. Later, you'll want to learn the side throws, and the trick about side throws is there's only one side throw escape. There is no mix-up game on side throw except for when they delay, when they make it so you know are no longer in side turn, and then now they've opened up the normal throw game. But generally, when somebody has you on your side, the game becomes mid-low mix-up. Becomes mid-low and speed. Alright, let's do this. Okay. Thought I got that. Good timing. His media was spot on. Yeah, this hop kick will mess me up because he knew I wanted to evade so bad, and so that's what gets me. I like that. That's so... You can hop that long. Let's switch to forward. Okay, always throw. Good game, Stetson. That was really good. That was an excellent battle. Alright. Very good game, man. I think Setsuna will win this one. He's still the number one, I believe. So good stuff, Setsuna. Very good neutral throw right here. Alright, good Akai. Good game, Akai. That was a lot of fun.
See? I thought I'm better.
It is hard to play Jeffrey because you gotta like reverse Nitaku a lot more than you would like to. Right, congratulations, Setsuna.
GG's, guys.
That was really good games. Akai, good stuff. I will say though that for Spacetime, who was a Pi player as well, playing Jeffrey for the past like year and a half has really strengthened their game because it forces you to play such a like reverse Nitaku game, you know. So it's like, yeah.
He's got a fantastic defense. Don't get me wrong. The guy is really good at defense.
There he is. Thank you for the games, Avocado TV. It's so good to have you here. Practice that throw escape, okay? The guard throw escape, practice it. You'll like it. You can set the AI to do it, but the challenge is doing it all the time in matches. Again, whenever you would normally guard, do a guard throw escape. Practice that, it'll become second nature.
Alright guys, we will open up again for those who want to participate. Thanks for playing Avatar Meet. Passcode 0615. I'm going to want the ad break right now, and once it's over with, we'll start the 5-match countdown to start the third league. Alright.
You caught me by surprise, Akai. I gotta say. I was not expecting that.
I lost that match, but I did feel pretty happy.
Oh yeah, you got me. You got me. Absolutely. Hands down.
But you got 2 big odds, so that
oh yeah, I was looking to get that because I was like, he cannot be doing that to me. No.
Revenge.
Yeah. No, that was really well thought out. I think, generally, it's a form of changing gears. Sometimes I'm very big proponent of changing gears, but that was like major changing in gears. We went through the whole gearbox there. It's like one of those situations where you can't get mad, but I was still mad. I was like,
I'm gonna give the scariest advice for Volcano Shed because I'm gonna give the advice of Twisted Hand. John is ridiculously strong against Taka, and that's because if 4K hits, the follow-up 4KP is guaranteed if the 4K hits at all, any kind of hit against Taka. So if you know you're going to hit with 4K, you do 4KP and then you do 3-3PK. That whole thing is guaranteed. And so against Taka, you master using 4KP into that combo. And then on top of that, Taka uses a lot of punches. So like John's punch parries are really strong against Taka. In fact, like if Taka tries to do like 4 P plus K games, John can just do quarter circle forward P plus K, and like now it doesn't flat out beat throw because if you do it there, Taka could actually block the punch because of how slow it is, but still, it's like he could whiff the throw and block the punch, but quarter circle forward P plus K is actually really strong against Taka as well, but the main thing is 4KP is just really wrecks Taka in the matchup. So again, as John, you do 4KP against Taka, you follow up with 3-3PK as the combo. It's so strong. I think one of the best Taka players in the world, Hato-sama. I think after his experience at one of the Sega Cups, now whenever he fights John, he just switches character. So, 3-3PK, yeah, guaranteed right there. So it's like, if you know that the 4K hits, the rest is guaranteed. It's all guaranteed.
Alright, thanks for guys' patience with the ads. We will start the countdown after this match. Anyone still want to join? Got plenty of time to join.
But yeah, if you can predict the punch from Taka, that quarter circle forward P+K can be pretty strong as well. But it's harder at developing level of play. At advanced level of play, they kind of start to target very specific patterns with the punches. Twisted Hand's really improving. Also, they took me out in that last league battle, so congratulations. It was really good stuff. They played it really well.
Yeah, he definitely seems to do a bar in a very odd location that usually gets me hit.
Yeah. Some of the stuff that's improved is
your way of trying to poke holes into everything.
Yeah, I mean, I've always felt he has a rhythm, but I think he's improving on knowing what his options are in those.
Yeah.
Definitely one of those things where he gives you the vibes of that he's strong in another 3D fighting game or maybe a 2D fighter, but that he's coming from another fighting game is how I feel when I fight him. You know. But I think he's also been playing VF a while. But it's like, he creates really interesting plays. I like it a lot. Okay.
I find it how funny large his hands are.
I want to do this. I already have strong tools with Leon, but I'm like, man, I want to do this as John. So, you know.
You want to try that setup?
It's so BS. It's way too strong. It's like.
Yeah.
Sorry, Volcano Shed, but I probably will lose trying to do it, so don't worry. Look at this, ring me out, ring me out. Oh. But you already saw this twice and how much damage it did.
It really does a lot of damage. It's free too. Free real estate.
There you go. Good round. Good round. There we go. Get that for people, Skate. Oh, so good. There you go, Volcano Shed. Yeah, I know I can't bar there, but I was hoping he would do a high. But he's like, nope, he's not going to do a high. He's going to do 6P. Really good. Alright, here we go.
And just a hand say thanks for the tips.
Yep, just block high. Don't get hit by 4K. Nice conversion. Too bad this was free. There you go. Alright, good game.
I love it how he says karui
Yeah.
when doing that throw, which means I'll still like toss you in the air.
I know the feeling, Twisted Hand. I know the feeling. Good game, good game. I just
One more matches and it will start.
Yeah, I know that feeling, Twisted Hand. Twisted Hand, you do a lot of good stuff, though. You have good instincts, so keep it up. And good game in the last league battle. You knocked me down. That was really good.
Yeah, he beat me on that first league.
Oh, hell yeah. It's like the giant killer. I thought I didn't get it. I didn't believe. Look at that. That's so good.
Oh, that was so nice.
Problem with ducking is if I evade.
Okay, so earlier we were mentioning about the World Cup, the Invitational online tournament, and then I think the last two spots is going to be a qualifier and be a qualifier for the last 2 or 4 spots. So the 4 players that has been announced so far is Shiokara. He was the Akai player that won the special cup or special match this year, the offline tournament in Sega Japan. And they have Pomotaro, also known as Isuro.
Oh, great. Jeff,
Strongest
right?
Jeffy player. Tonkatsu will be also participating. They're the strongest player. I know Arishiwa will not be able to participate. And the 4th player that's been Shiwa. But the 4th player that was announced was Full Swing, one of the strongest Leon players from southern Japan. He was like a star player during the Final Showdown days.
Very good. Really good games they take. That was so much fun.
The right way.
That was a lot of fun. Good game. Good luck, everybody. Let's have some fun.
3 more matches to go.
Oh, never mind.
So not too much. So people still have plenty of time to join.
For some reason, I thought earlier you said this is the game. I was like, oh, okay, but you probably meant 3 games. So I was like, okay.
No problem. No problem.
Thanks for researching the deeper background on the Real World Cup.
Oh, no problem. It's stuff that I enjoy doing. Especially I actually didn't really do the Japanese stuff until our Showdown days. In which there was that mission I had basically called. Since they released it on console, just try to promote high-level VF play as much as possible, and high-level VF plays in Japan, so that's how I kind of know a little bit more than a normal person do about Japan's VSC.
I appreciate it a lot. I mean, it helps everybody keep in touch because it can be tricky to find. It takes extra effort to follow the Japanese, so that's why on average most people don't do it, even though they know like that's the players they want to watch. But even the players that do want to, they have trouble following the right spots. So it's okay.
You're welcome, Volcano Shed. We need more people like you to kind of take steps in contributing. So we appreciate you doing all those translations of Shiva's tactic guides.
Yeah,
I appreciate it a lot.
He inspired me. I'm trying to work on accuracy.
Awesome.
I'm gonna do a fully corrected one. I hope. Not that it's his most concise guide, but it is pretty good. He goes over the details of what makes every weapon strong.
That was an excellent round, Twisted Hand. That was a really fun game, Twisted Hand. Keep it up. Like, you're really improving a lot.
Forgot to train, eh?
2 more matches to go.
Okay, let's take a break. Let's give everybody the talker practice.
Yeah, you were going really fast during that last match. I think that's a good example of what people of what happens when, or not what happens, but like what people mean when they say that you play really fast.
Explain. Sorry.
I don't know. Like I feel like your top speed is really, really fast. It's really, really scary when you're just when I know you gotta read and you're like pressing really hard. It's
Okay.
like it keeps coming relentlessly, and it's throws, and it's using the fuzzy. So yeah, pretty good.
Okay. Thanks. I appreciate
like seeing
that.
it.
Thanks. Yeah. I did talk about it with one of the local players last night because they were talking about how they said it's really scary because when I do have a read, you can see me just kind of go after them with like smell blood in the water. But that topic came up because I was talking about KNR, the St. Louis player who won the Soul Calibur 2 tournament, and I said that I really enjoy fighting KNR because I know that he's kind of like me. We're both greedy. But also, when we smell blood in the water, we're like, "Oh, we're gonna go for it," and so like that happened in the grand finals with him too. Once he finally caught a break, But we also have similar challenges where if somebody's strong enough to stop us, we have to really control ourselves a bit better. And he did. He actually controlled himself really well in the Soul Calibur 2 tournament. And so but yeah, you've seen my top speed, so offline people see my offline top speed and they've commented on it, but it's I don't know, it's a lot of things. Today,
It's really. I think there's a lot of what you do that it's just ingrained into your muscle memory.
Yeah, there is, but it's tough because today I'm fighting less in control of myself, and when I'm playing that, I feel like I'm going at about like 80% speed, but I'm going fast. But it's like, but I'm forcing, And then there's those days when, and it's not the zone, but those days when you're playing like a good balance of conscious and unconscious play and subconscious play, like both. and everything feels like
Yeah.
it's working, and it's not exactly the zone, but it's not far off, right? And that when playing like that, then you feel like VF is insanely fast, right? And and that's a lot of fun to play. Yeah, but I will say, let's get off the topic of myself, but on the topic of speed, a lot of the VF players that are really addicted and are really, really, really strong, the thing that stands out to them about VF, that they feel that VF gives them more than other games, for them, for me too, is feeling like the speed and the rapidness of the game, like how many decisions we're making rapidly and how fast we are playing. And we feel like VF offers this in a unique way that is not like other fighting games, you know?
Yeah. For sure. I mean, I don't know.
It's hard to explain it because it comes across
good.
it comes across the wrong way though when we tell people from other games this though. So I try not to say it too much.
Yeah. I mean, of course, people feel like their own baby is always the best, but I've tried their baby and it's.
Hey, thanks for playing Blurry. Yulia.
He's blurring. Good night.
Round 2. Ready, go!
But what I do like is but when I played Tekken, I realized in that game I actually guard punish pretty decently. And that's because that game's design has like a strong like stun on block, and also just learning which move, like it's visual language for what's punishable. It's just different than VF, the thing that's visible, like when a character does something that looks like a little like a slapping uppercut, they're probably punishable, right? In that game, it looks into VF eyes, it looks like you're pushed too far to punish. Then you're like, oh wait, that's punishable, like that's like minus 15, and so there's interesting visual cues when I play that game. I'm like, oh, that's punishable, right? But it took a while to get there, and then once I punished one, I was like, oh, maybe a lot of moves that look like that are punishable, even though in VF that doesn't look punishable at all, So
Yeah.
So it's been interesting in playing Tekken and being like, you guys watch me play VF, and I'm not very good at guard punish at all in this game. But in Tekken, I'm pretty decent at guard punish. So it's weird. All right, good luck and have fun, everyone.
Yeah, good luck, guys.
Oh, that's cool. Very good. I like using that low kick. I think this low kick's half circular. That was really good. That was unfortunate. Oh, look at that. How good. This is what I like about the way he plays. He sees some really good stuff.
Round 3. Ready, go!
It looks like I can beat that, but I guess not. He's totally got me red. Alright, let's give you a hard time. I'm gonna lose again. So beautiful. Thought I could jab him. Good game, good game. I lost again. Good battle, Twisted Hand. That was awesome. His wild play is so good. I will. I'll get him. But that was so much fun. That was so much fun. I should play safer against them, but it's too much fun wanting to to go mano a mano with them. So I'm gonna lose the league because of that. But I love that. That was a lot of fun. Twisted Hand. Keep it up. It's just so wild. Good. Oh, I thought I crouched under it. That's good. Okay. I got a hit confirmed. The thing is, I don't. With Volcano Shed, there's some stuff that's a little more sporadic. That's why it's a little harder to see. So I just don't expect to hit certain stuff. And that was.
Forgot to train, eh?
Thanks for a battle. What can I say? That's so weird. Why did it... Why was it scrolled down? That makes no sense at all. Everybody, thank you guys for your support. I really appreciate you all. This has been a lot of fun. I do prefer doing Sundays, but Saturday nights are nice. But Saturday nights are usually a family night, so it can be tough. But you all make it really wonderful. Every Saturday night's been a cool session. Alright, Setsuna, very much gonna win this one, but it's been a lot of fun. Lots and lots of fun. Let's see if I can get myself under more control. I need to be under a lot more control to fight Setsuna. It's really hard. He's very good at countering what I want to do, so I have to like play a different, more in control. Okay. Thanks for the Valse, Tiggy.
What a knucklehead.
Now it's got a lot closer. But Setsuna's favorite to win this. Favorite to win. I haven't been fighting in the right heads. Like, Setsuna's got my number today, but let me see what I can do in this battle. It's going to be hard. But I'm 0-2 against him right now. At least in the league battles. I can't remember if we fought in the room yet. But he has really got my number. I really am playing into his options. I'm playing how he wants. This is really rough.
Round one. Ready, go!
I got it. Oh, I can't believe I got that. Good game. Good games. That worked out for me. That time I think he was the one who was playing into the way I wanted to play. So, uh, we'll take it on balance. We'll take it on balance. Alright. Good games, Satsuma.
Good games.
That time I think you played into how I wanted, whereas the previous two games I played into how you wanted. So I will take it on balance. So it wasn't the best of our matches.
I just kept getting caught by that throw.
Yeah, it wasn't the best of our
in different situations, which is, I'm like, okay.
I was like, not the best of our matches, but I will take it. So, like tonight was not our best nights for each other, but I'll take it.
No, yeah.
Jimmy take the first though, so.
Right. After this league ends, those who want to just continue playing in the room, we'll just leave it running. I'll go take a small break. But congratulations, Chan, for getting your second first place finish tonight.
Thank you. I got it by 1 point over Akai. Congratulations on second, Akai.
Yeah, I was rooting for Cessna to maybe hopefully.
It's very close. That was a very likely outcome,
Yeah.
I think you winning this league was a very likely outcome. So, so I will take it. I will drink the milkshake. It's
Right, you guys Chan first, Cessna third, and thank you everyone for playing as always.
Thank you.
For those who don't leave.
Thank you very much, everybody. I am going to go have dinner, but I really enjoyed this. Happy Father's Day to everyone. And,
yeah, happy Father's Day, man.
Thank everyone for their support on a Saturday night, and I look forward to seeing you all soon.
Next opening session should be Friday night, and then we'll be moving back to Sunday, of course, for next week. Alright. I am going to be AFK for a bit to take care of something in the house, and hopefully there's still people playing. If so, I'll play some more matches.
Sounds good. It is fun watching Zaytiki's Brad. There's a really good fuzzy card there. I do think if you're going to play Brad, well, if you're playing VF, you really want to learn fuzzy card. But especially Brad wants to learn fuzzy card because his strengths are things he can do on block and things he can do when people whiff. Very nice punish. Zaytigi was on point these 2 rounds with like what he chose to do and his punishes. That's the whiff punish I always talk about that Brad has. 6P plus K is a really good move. I do think the guard break is something he shouldn't do as much. Like, you need to really mentally pressure your opponent a lot before you do guard break. At the level that Setsuna and I play, we kind of evade when we see that move. It's just way too slow. So you have to like mentally stack your opponent like 20 frames, which is ridiculous. So it's hard. But it's also because Setsuna and I have played like Brad a lot, so we just kind of see that animation. And I have an easier time evading that, but I struggle with Wolf's. For whatever reason, I struggle with Wolf's charge attack. But with Brad's guard break, it's like my hands will just automatically evade. Or duck.
Well, I just usually have a plan against it. I try to go under.
It's better to duck and punish it, but for me, it's just I had worked on it like 10 years ago, so it's just automatic. It's just like, oh, yeah. There it is, and it's telegraphed so hard. And it's really hard to time that on the Okizeme actually. So.
Ready, go!
The fuzzy guards are doing great though. Zaytigi's fuzzy guarding is really doing great.
Ready, go! Knockout! Round four. Ready, go!
Careful. Whenever Jeffrey or Taka like slams down with that hand, your palm to the ground, those are plus on block.
Knockout!
The right option, but he guessed at he backdashed at the right time.
5. Ready, go!
Minus 13. Brad's double uppercut, minus 13. And block. Good battle, you two. That was a really fun battle. Alright, Taka, here we go. Alright, Volcano Shed.
A lot of people sleep on Volcano Shed's defense.
Volcano Shed's defense really good.
Yeah.
You have a very good point about it. That was so good. Very good, David. He's doing fantastic. You can punish with 4 people's KFP. Good anti-fuzzy low throw. That was so good. Good.
Olvídate, ahorita solo voy a hacer un par de peleas. No, sí, no.
Oh, really? Good battle, Volcano Shed. Your taco's doing quite well. Keep it up. I like it. Very good game. Very good game.
Is that 8K high?
No, it's mid. You want to evade to his back when he does that.
A good call out.
Thanks. Really glad I got it. Oh, that was really nice. That was also nice. Nice using that move. Nice jabbing it. I wanted to jab you if you did, but I know you don't do the mix up against Leon still. Good round. Mix up. Whew, good battle. That was
Yeah.
fun. That was a
I
lot
didn't
of
think that
fun.
was going to catch me.
What a knucklehead.
I really liked what I saw of Zay Tiggy's Brad in the other matches, so keep it up. The fuzzy guarding was so on point. Punishing a lot of highs, like whip punishing was really good.
Round one.
So good. Really going for throws quite a bit. I was like, that is the right thing to go for against Leon. So I was like, at some point he should start using the kick counter with the way that I've been playing with the kicks. But then I switched at the right time. So Really good choices. Good choices. Man, that was a really good round, ZTE. Good thing is I hit him with the high kick. So the problem with Brad's kick Sabaki is it only does mid kick. If I understand it correctly.
Did any of you guys get the survey from the Sega Insights Lab? Or
No, somebody leaked it though. But I haven't gotten it yet. I don't know if I will because the problem is my Insights application really made it clear that I like VF, so you know. So maybe that disqualifies you.
I got it last night.
Oh, never mind.
Well, it's interesting. Someone did
Is there a non-disclosure on it?
The question is, what is your favorite way to play fighting game? I'm sorry?
Is there a non-disclosure on it?
Oh, no. I did not see anywhere that say non-disclosure, so if there is, I guess bad for me. That's a good point. I assume the way there's a non-disclosure at the very ports on the survey.
Really good one, Volcanisha. That was excellent. Really, really good call out.
But some of the survey questions are actually, I think good choice of questions to ask, but I'm not sure how much this will actually affect the game itself.
Well, I think if you know corporate, they're often asking you questions about things that they want to do. So, I mean, regardless of what you say, they're going to end up doing what they want to do, but, you know, they're going to try to take your input into account, if that makes sense.
I think yeah.
But, yeah, it's 100% going to be what they want to do.
Like some of the questions, one of the questions like, what would you consider your favorite way to play fighting game? And then get the choice of a single player story mode, master pose, that would be what master pose wants you to choose. Competitive play, casual social play, and cooperative play, which I thought that was interesting. I enjoy teaming up with friends or other players to play against other players and teams.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
That was actually one of the more unique options to give, because that's not something I don't think most of us outside of Japan think of.
Yeah.
Team matches.
I think team battle is really good to have. I think it should be in the game, and it's hard to coordinate. Doesn't mean it shouldn't be in, but it is harder to coordinate.
And then they ask like, what makes you choose a character? Is this their style or their unique mechanics? I actually chose unique mechanics, but then I thought, do they mean unique mechanics like Taka or Shun?
Yeah,
and
something like that.
Maybe I don't want that actually. Now that I think about it.
Yeah, I'll admit my answer would actually be the style. I think a lot of people do, and like the mechanics can support the style, right? Ring out.
Thank you, man.
But yeah.
Ring outs.
I did have a question though. Somebody posted the question about the character like Wolf, like Do you like it, etc.? Is that for every character? Did they ask that?
All the characters have one.
Okay,
yeah.
good. Okay, good. I
No,
was worried. I was so worried. Like I think Chavito was like trolling. I was pretty sure, but still, I'm like, Sega, you can't kill Wolf because I know so many people where they love Wolf. Like Wolf is their
maybe,
VF.
He was trying to fuck with Kumicho.
I think so.
Maybe they'll make it what do you call it, official.
Okay.
Pikachu killing off all the Virtua Fire players, and
I remember that.
a new Virtua Fire cast will be for the next generation.
Yeah, knocking your back set.
Yeah, but Shed mentioned 2XKO. I was very interested in the League of Legends fighting game, mainly because I played League of Legends for a long time. But I'm not sure how much.
I always forget that punch is guaranteed.
It's not guaranteed. You can duck it.
Yeah, but it's if I block it, it's
Yeah,
guaranteed in that sense.
But you can low block it. So,
Yeah, no.
yeah, you can duck it. You can low block it, but you cannot high block it because of the 3 frames.
I'm definitely interested to see how Riot promote the 2XKO as someone who has such a big.
I'm really curious too, but
League of Legends.
But we should also say that Riot is dealing with an interesting situation right now. They've had to recalibrate a lot of their side game strategies. They've had to recalibrate their project load. So that means like these aren't the happiest times for Riot. So it may affect their play on like how they promote the game and what their priorities are, and what they're willing to do for esports as well, because it might not follow traditional plans that people would expect, and nor should it. But you will learn the power of ECD against Jeffrey. Yeah. Very good. Okay. I was so sure that this whiff jab was going to kill me. I'm so glad it did not. So your Jeffrey is teaching me the value of ECD against Jeffrey. So. But ECD will lose to that, so. But what it is basically when you do your kick into punch, I'm like, okay, block the kick, ECD. So now it's like you do the kick throw, I guess. but still, but I think I'll still beat the throw. So it's gonna force you into doing a delay thing. So, but I'm like, okay, these Jeffrey strings, like with Taka 4P plus KP, it's like do ECD,
So Leon's sidekick doesn't actually does the side combo counter.
What's that?
Leon's
No.
sidekick doesn't.
No, it only does it on back counter hit, but it
Okay.
gives him a free PKP if he gets a recovery hit. No, if he gets a counter hit. Recovery hits is a little sketchy. Yeah, well, no, side recovery hit he does get PKP, but it's hard to tell because it looks the same as normal side, as like side normal hit. Very good. See, Tiki is learning really well how to fight this matchup. I like it. He's seeing, like, I think he's starting to see how this is working and which attacks are really dangerous to do. Very good. Very good. Nope, punishable. This is where you start doing the hook when somebody likes to punish this. So. Very good. Beautiful setup, beautiful.
Yeah, I'm looking at the email that Sega Insight sent to me. There's no NDA or anything, so
All
I'm not sure
right.
there's
It's fair game.
Well,
Fair game.
if I'm going to get punished for it, I might as well go over every question they give me.
There you go. We gotta be
So
prepared.
they give you a list of like 10 games or so, like, oh, what franchises do you know and everything. And but then once I say Virtua Fighter is the only one that I played in the last 3 months of all the franchise, then they give me all these VF questions.
Yeah.
So maybe if you answer the other things, they'll give you questions for those instead. But I've been in this Sega Insight thing for like maybe 2 or 3 years, and most of the time after I answer 2 or 3 questions, they say, thank you for answering, but you're not part of the demographics that we're looking for. And so that was it for me on the surveys. This is the first time I got to answer more questions.
Really hard to escape this. You have to mash it, and you also have to time it. So it's hard for Taka to escape, but it's doable. I have a video that explains how to escape this pounce after the half circle back throw. It is in Chanchai's dojo in the playlist. It's one of the verse videos though.
For a long time, I thought Shin Megami Tensei is the same game line as Persona. But it is.
Yes, it's more like it's a sub-series of the Shin Megami Tensei line. And originally, the first 2 games are actually very much like Shin Megami Tensei games, except that they were like first-person point of view. The 3rd game is when they established the formula for the series for the Persona series going forward, where it has dating game elements like relationships, and the concept of the persona, the characters dealing with their persona, how they act in front of others versus how they really feel. But I think the Persona series is amazing. Shin Megami Tensei though is the series. Really good game, Volcano Shed. I hope you're learning a lot from the matches. I'm trying to show you a lot of the challenges Taka has to deal with in the Leon matchup.
Okay.
As what's your favorite fighting game character? Doesn't have to be Virtua Fighter related. they ask you of all those franchises how interested you're in. I put most all of them at Marjorie except for Virtua Fighter, and then that's when I got all these questions related to VF. And so the Wolf Hawk feel, if you like or dislike basically all 20 of the characters, including Dural.
I really wonder what people's ratings are for Dural. There should be like a no basis, and they'll just say no basis for opinion. No, I'm just kidding. I think Dural's an idea.
Do not know who this is. There's a hate, dislike, neutral, like, love, and do not know who this is. Which according to Harada, most people most likely will like the new generation players will not know these characters by heart.
Yeah. It's going to be an important survey, so yes, I do want most people to contribute to it. I think, even though, yes, I'm going to put stuff that's based on my thoughts on it, I do hope more people put in, we want the single player to be good. Because we want the single player to be good. We want this to be an engaging game for a lot of people, you know. But of course, for me, my priority is that the multiplayer mechanics are the best, you know.
Teguman, I signed up to this Sega Insights Lab. I'll give the link to it. But it's you sometimes they like randomly once in a while send me links to a survey to take, and I take it. Most of the time they just tell me that after I answer a couple of questions, I did not qualify for the survey or what demographic they actually want to get their opinion of. But this time I actually fall into their category in which it looks like it's Virtua Fighter related.
Okay, I see. Yeah, it's
so Sega Insights Lab. I could give you a link right after this match between Chan Chai.
I forgot that I had Crumple there. Like, I knew that's what I was going for, but I forgot that. Be careful, the dashing doesn't work against Leon unless you're Taka. So,
I had no idea what to do in that round nowhere, so I was like, just Hail Mary something. Okay. GG's.
GG's. Alright. It's like, I think I'm gonna play and then send my kids to bed and then eat dinner. So it's like, that's what this has become.
I thought that's what you said you were gonna do.
No, originally I was gonna go eat dinner. I just skipped dinner and now I'm like, send kids to bed, then eat dinner.
This is what you call addiction right here.
VF is addictive. It's this game, you can make a case that this game hits dopamine really hard. This game very much hits the dopamine.
Yeah, so that's a link to the Sega Insights Lab. It's a company in
it's in Irvine, right? I think it's in Irvine, California.
Irvine, California, yeah.
Also,
yeah, so go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say, for just so people know, you know, a lot of gaming companies have been laying off. Sega's one of the few that's been hiring, and so
they have to make your super game.
But the thing is hiring in North America. You're like, well, does that mean I get to be a dev? It's like, you know. So, but Sega has been hiring. So, man, this is so much fun fighting Zaytigi. I like the speed that Zaytigi and I are fighting at. It's so much fun because it's like he's trying to do a lot of options. I'm having a lot of fun trying to counter him and trying to punish if I can.
So the first actual juicy question was how, besides are you going to kill off Luke Field, how important are the following elements when selecting a fighting game character? So I kind of mentioned this already with Chechai. The look at is cool or appealing. They have a strong story or biography. And they have unique gameplay mechanics. So it sounds like what new characters you're going to try to make. on point are the following when thinking about fighting games. So I want to experience a character's point of view. I want to see a character change or grow within the overall story. So it looks like this is all to the whoever's solo mode they're trying to maybe include to the game.
Good rounds, Tiki. This was awesome. This has been an awesome game so far, Zay. Let's keep doing this. Yep, there you go.
And then they give a whole list of Virtua Fire games that have came out, even including Virtua Quest. That's an RPG type of game.
Good game.
Virtua Fighter Animation, which is a Game Gear game. But interesting enough, they have all these games, even the really rare ones, but they don't have Virtua Fighter 5R listed here.
Let's see. Well, that would be interesting if they put VF5R in there.
That was, do you remember we had that petition with VFDs at Kamage posting, in which I say, hey, please put VF5R on console. Just get 500 page documents sent to Sega HQ.
Tricky, sadly, I'm going to send my kids to bed soon, but I do want to play more later. But Tricky just came off of amazing sessions with Himajan. Shoutouts to the New York City crew for getting together and welcoming Himajan to New York City. First time he was there in 22 years, I don't know, and 25. And looks like he had wonderful Brooklyn pizza and wonderful. It looks like an empanada, but it's something else. What was that? Did you see the picture, Setsuna? Yeah.
It was an empanada.
Okay, I thought it was an empanada. He kept saying it's like a New York City gyoza. I'm like, no, dude, it's more like a curry puff, you know, because it's made with a pastry, you know. But
how do you make your curry puffs, Chan?
Well, some people in some communities, some Asian communities, make curry puffs with puff pastry, and then they'll fill it with a mix of potato and curry spices, and with meat. And so with that type of ingredient, that makes it a lot like an empanada in some types of empanada, like the really flaky kind. But most empanadas are more like what a Himajan had. But yeah. But I don't think of it as like gyoza because, you know, gyoza's got more of like a noodles, like rice-based, sticky skin.
Gyoza's a dumpling, right?
It's a dumpling, but the gyoza is definitely the Japanese one, so usually it's got a mix of vegetables like leek in it. Yeah.
Is it a Chinese in origin?
Yes. Yeah, but the Chinese dumplings will be like usually a different type of filling usually, but it depends on the region.
Yeah.
But the ones we get in America will usually be like ginger, pork, maybe shrimp, and some other ingredients in there.
Yeah, I was asking about the curry puff because I had, when I was still living in Ohio, there was a Cambodian Laos restaurant, but the curry puffs I haven't found any other place that makes it like them. So I was like,
was it flaky on the outside? Was it like kind of like a potatoy in the inside, like mashed potatoy in the inside, or
sweet potato inside? It's some I think it's a mixture of sweet potato and some sweet potato and normal potato.
Oh wow! I haven't really had it with sweet potato, but I have had them. I have had some people make them a little sweet. Usually, like Thai people, like when I have it from Thai people, they usually make it like they like it more savory and salty and spicy, but not like really spicy.
Empanadas are made of plantain.
Are they? Okay, so those are plantain. Yeah. So real empanada is made with plantain. Thailand has...
No. So everybody has a version.
Okay.
The Salvadorian empanada is made from plantain.
I see. Yeah, because I've had different flavors of empanada. Yeah.
because I ordered curry puffs in other places, and the outside is more crispy in other places, but the other just Cambodian Laos version is a little bit more just thick, but it's not.
So it depends on the flow of the restaurant how they want to make it. Right? So like if somebody might make it fresh in an oven, but then for restaurant consumption, because you don't want them to go bad. So actually what a lot of restaurants do will freeze them and then put it in the fryer. But you got to make sure you fry it well, because if you don't fry it the right amount, it's, you don't want icicle in the middle like a 7-Eleven burrito, so.
Yeah, so now you're making me think of was it flaky or not. It was like, the part where the body of the Thai curry puff was flaky, and the outside, where they kind of fold it over, that's the part was thicker.
Yeah. So and it's up to the person whether they want to make that skin or not themselves, right? Because you can go to the store and get a really good like puff pastry flake. And I think that's, some people do that with empanadas, right? But then some people make the thing by hand, and then that'll be a different texture. So yeah.
Now that I think of it, I always think that's sweet. The Thai curry puff itself. It's just the peanut butter type of sauce that comes with it. That was the kind of. So
again, everybody can make it their own way, right? And yeah. I've had many different types of curry puffs. But I will say most of the time when I've had it in Thai communities, the sauce, well, Thai people are actually very picky about where they like to do peanut sauce, as opposed to Americans. So Thai people specifically like to do it with satay. They like to have it with chicken or pork satay. They like to have it with bread, like when you make a toast. So you can make a satay with toast. You do toast, and then you cut it into rectangular strips, and you skewer them. Or you can eat it by hand, and you just dip that in the peanut sauce. And then they like it in a dish called praram, which is a little different from how it's made in America. In Thailand, because in Thailand it'd be more like spinach or morning glory and different types of green vegetables. But in America, we'll mix it with all kinds of vegetables with that and meat. But the sauce that a lot of Thai people actually like to have, that I've had it with anyways, with a curry puff, might be a tamarind sauce, which is a little sweet and sour. But I've served it in the restaurant with sweet and sour sauce. So, but the Thai sweet and sour sauce is more, it's thinner. It's not such a thick thing. It's a thin. It's similar to the Vietnamese one, but not exactly the same. But
yeah. Someone joined in the room.
Who we got here? We got Combo Expert. Hell yeah! So good to see you. I wish Tricky. Thank you for the raid. I really appreciate it. I didn't realize Tricky raided me. We're gonna raid Akai. But,
I'll be ending soon, but I think it.
But I guess the reason Tricky was asking for was for the raid. Okay, thank you, Tricky. Because I was like, I know Tricky's got to sleep, and if she doesn't get good, like she doesn't sleep on time, she gets a bad day the next day. So. And Tricky's the type where I know that if I message her late at night, she'll respond. I was surprised. Same for you, Setsuna. I was so surprised that Setsuna will wake up to respond to messages, and I'm like, I would never do that. If I'm asleep, I'm asleep. I'm not putting that alarm on. It's like, have you ever done a workflow with Slack? It's like that's the worst. Like a company team chat or Slack chat.
I'm just used to it because I work in healthcare.
Yeah, and you do have to respond. You're right. You have to respond to your clients. So that would change my behavior too. Though I would definitely turn Twitter off. And socials off unless that was part of the way to reach.
Yeah.
But it made, I didn't realize it, so that's why You know, I usually message you guys late at night, not because I want you to respond right away, because I think you're going to respond when you wake up. So I apologize. So, really fun watching you guys fight while I chat at you guys to distract you. Actually,
You
for me, it's
distracted me.
for me it's actually training. So the Portland players know that I trained really hard. 12 years ago, that like I trained really hard to just deal
Jeez.
with constant distraction and people having conversations around me during matches, because it drove me nuts, because that was my weak point. I had trouble focusing whenever that happened. And Sega Cup, I had trouble focusing when Brent, when Brent was just so loud, like he wasn't even that close to us, but I could hear him from so far away because he would just joke so loud. Drove me nuts, but I didn't blame him. I blamed myself. I'm just like, I need to not let these things bother me. Yeah, ring out. It's like Leon's cheesing his way away.
Actually, have to move that.
Round 3. Ready?
That hurt. Good round.
It is.
Round 4. Ready?
Good game.
I hate that kick.
Yeah. It's a fun thing to build into a backdash.
I'll find a way.
You will. 666p is your answer. But you've done really good tagging in backdashes.
It doesn't catch it.
Okay.
I've been using 660 and it doesn't catch it.
I see.
I think you're doing the backdash in your backback kick. Is a white amount where it avoids quite a lot of moves.
Yeah.
So I'll actually have a lot of trouble against you with that backback kick.
That's part of the Leon game.
What's
yeah.
the name?
And it slides under certain highs. Mids are a little harder, but yeah.
It's such a good move. I need to learn its actual name. Let's see. It's Koshu Tai. Okay, Koshu Tai.
So good. So good. This is a lot of fun. Alright. Okay, that's what he's using there. That's good. Ring on combo. Backdash evade is your friend. That was good. So good. Just too slow. That was really good. This is such a fun round, Zaytiki. Alright, here we go. Good game. Good game. That was awesome. 2 wins. Really, really good games, I think. It's a lot of fun. Your Brad's coming along awesome, and you're using his skills really well. Alright, I'm going to go send my kids to bed. Thank you guys very much. I'm going to raid Akai.
Yeah, GG's, man.
And then Akai can figure out who to raid tonight. Let me see which channels there are. We got Juicebox. I'm gonna raid Akai and then you can figure out where to put them.
Oh, okay. I'll almost like wait Juicebox or someone afterwards.
Like,
I'm gonna
there's
be
Juicebox, there's Speed Kicks. Should I raid Speed Kicks and like nudge him to go back to VF? But I don't think he's gonna do that with the patch that just came out. So let's see. But let's do that. I'm gonna raid Speed Kicks, especially because Tricky raided me with the Tekken audience. So
doing anything special for Father's Day, Chen Chai?
Everybody say hi to Speed Kicks from Chanchai and tell him wish him well and much love and support for Tekken and Virtua Fighter. I think I'm gonna watch Inside Out with my daughter, and I think I'm gonna take my family out to dinner. That's what I'm gonna do. All right, everybody, enjoy. Tricky, thank you very much for the raid. We're gonna send everybody over to Speed Kicks ATL. Shout outs to the ATL. Shout outs to Speed Kicks, one of them. Amazing, one of the best members of the Tekken community. Really love that guy. Support his content, support his podcast streams and interviews. All right, cheers, and thanks for supporting the Akai's VF League tonight. We had a great time. All right, so yeah, that's my plans for Father's Day.
Nice.
And yeah, tonight I opted to send them to Speed Kicks because I thought that would work, but also Tricky had put a lot of Tekken players into my stream, so it's like redirect them into Tekken. But Zaytigi though is playing really great here. Combo Expert always plays good, so I think these two definitely should fight each other like a lot. These two got to spar each other more often if they're not already. Maybe they're friends, I forgot.
Is they taking East Coast or West Coast?
I don't know. I'm under the impression he's West Coast now. Just from the hours that he plays with us, but I honestly don't know.
For some reason I had assumed that he was like East Coast, wasn't there? Like you say, the time that he plays.
Yeah.
The one that he's on.
I think we've come to the realization he plays all the time. and I love it. We love our VF players that play all the time. Okay, that is minus 13. So train your eyes to see that move by Brad, the long range elbow and the uppercut. It's a good move. It's one of Brad's good long range moves. Brad wishes he had a better long range move aside from the punishable kick, but that is a good move because it can you get a knockdown. It's hit confirmable, and it's long range. It's kind of what Brad wants because Brad has a lot of short range stuff. So But just remember, it's minus 13 on block. And it telegraphs because no other moves looks like that lunging elbow.
Round one. Ready, go!
Alright, I'll be back. I have to take care of something. Got a phone call. Yeah, a second. Yep, Leo Chanchai. Looks like you'll be gone by the time I get back. The
Yep.
happy part.
Thank you so much. Thank you, and happy Father's Day to your family. You guys have a really good family time tomorrow.
Knockout. Round two. Ready, go! Knockout. Round three. Ready, go!
All right, good battles.
Yeah.
Brad does have a very scary setup. I don't know how to do it, but it just involves getting the opponent's side turn and then hitting them with his like ducking hook. If you can do that in side turn, you get like this guaranteed combo. It's like Half-Life. It's really scary. I don't know if it's a versus Leon thing, but it's a very terrifying thing. So
No, I think it's general. I've gotten hit by it.
okay, it is so freaking scary. Yeah. So Zaytic, you figured that thing out. It is the most nightmarish thing ever from Brad. All right, everyone, have a good one.
You too, bro.